Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your guide Olena from Ukraine with the updated information about COVID in Ukraine. As promised, I keep you updated, and not to miss any kind of this information, please press the subscribe button and like button in the end of the video. So, what is the situation? Basically, the news are not very optimistic. The situation with COVID gets worse, and today the first region of Ukraine shifted to the red zone. 10 other regions are in the orange zone and the rest is yellow yet. But looks like the tendency is, in the direction to get worse and worse in terms of COVID. What does it mean for you? So in Ukraine we have the so-called adaptive quarantine. So basically each region has its own situation, own statistics, and based on these statistics they take decision. Should they impose strict restrictions like in the red zone, or the situation is fine and they are free to be green zone. The green zone means almost any restrictions. The red zone, basically it's the worst. The first region that today is in the red zone, this is Ivano-Frankivsk. It's in the west of Ukraine, where we have these beautiful Carpathian mountains and where we have beautiful and cool ski resorts. And this is the place which is the most popular for Ukrainians to pass their winter vacations. So maybe this is the reason number one why we have the situation that got worse there in Ivano-Frankivsk. Another possible reason is that many people from the west of Ukraine, they basically are busy at some seasonal works in the western countries like in Poland, the UK and other European countries, and as well at the same time they are very religious and conservative, so they spend their Christmas holidays at home. So maybe they came from Europe for Christmas with the new stem of Corona, like Omicron for example, or something new, and this new variant is spreading over there, starting from the west to the rest of Ukraine. So these are just, my ideas. Why is it happening like this? The other regions that are very close to become red are the neighboring regions of the west, and basically we see that the numbers are rising, but it is not something that surprises here anyone. And if you had been watching my videos before, I already told you that I think that the worst situation in COVID, based on the previous experience, it's like the end of autumn, beginning of winter, and the end of winter, beginning of March. So looks like this period of time it will be kind of worse in terms of COVID. But what does it mean for you if you have some need or desire to come to Ukraine? What does it mean for you? The rules how to enter Ukraine most probably will not change like at all. I can say this based on the experience of the previous lockdowns and previous quarantines. So most probably the rules will stay the same as they are today. What are they? I have a very detailed video over there, and the link is below in the comments and description too. So you need to be double vaccinated with a vaccine that is approved by the World Health Organization, and you need a document to prove this in English. At the same time, the other document, you need the travel insurance that covers the period of your stay in Ukraine from possible COVID disease. Covers your treatment, possible treatment. That's all. If you are not vaccinated, well, in this case you need to present a test result which is valid 72 hours, and after you cross the border you have two options, to go for self-isolation or to pass another test, and it will be valid another 72 hours, and you have to pass the second test within 72 hours. Yes, in this case you don't need any self-isolation. So if in brief, these are the basic rules how to enter Ukraine right now. Today is the 24th of January and the rules are like this. I'm on a walk with Darina right now. This is how I make this video. Well, so you can see that it's winter time right now here, And what I'm doing, I'm on a walk with my Darina, and I'm going to pick up Katya from school and Teres from kindergarten, the other two children that I have. So far Kyiv is still in the yellow zone, and everything works here: schools, kindergartens, public transport, restaurants, cafes, everything. But to enter those places you need to be tested. Restaurants, nightclubs and bars, yes, they are opened, but all the staff is vaccinated at least once, or they have a test result. And the same applies for you. What if the territory gets red, like if the situation gets really worse? In this case, well, honestly, it will not change a lot, because right now there is no big difference between demands of the yellow zone and the red zone. So even if situation in Kyiv shifts to the red zone, you will be required to show your document in English about double vaccination. And in this case, all doors for you are open. They demand it in the hotels, in the bars, nightclubs, restaurants, shopping centers, entertainment centers, and all the staff of these places, it is vaccinated too, or has a test result. And this is your option too. So whether you are double vaccinated or you have a test that is valid 72 hours. So me, myself, I'm right now double vaccinated. I even made a video about this, why this happened to me and how it happened. And basically for me, I don't feel any limits in terms of where to go and what to do. Like, all doors are open. As you probably know, the situation in Ukraine is kind of very worrying and very uncertain, and because of some kind of tension at the border between Ukraine and Russia. Looks like Russia is really wants to attack Ukraine, and yes, we are all worried about this. And I made a video about this. You can find it here or again in the description, in the comments. So far I had nothing to add to the video that I had already filmed. Looks like some of the Western countries, they started evacuation of their diplomats, and that sucks. That means the situation gets even worse than it was. But I haven't changed my mind yet about that this is a political game, and I still hope that it will stay only like the threat and the real invasion will not happen. At the same time, to be honest with you, I worry a lot, and it is possible that I am very mistaken, and that me, my family, my children, we will have to face the war, which sounds really surrealistic to me. Like, why? Why should this happen to me, to my family? Why should I face this? I don't want. So maybe I'm just in the state of denying the reality, and I should shift to the situation, to acceptance and to some act. The problem is I don't know how to act and what to do. I've never been in this kind of situation, I know how to hope for better. I don't know how to get ready for the worst.